Hello, everyone from Houston to the adventurers on the Space2Sea mission. It is amazing to be with you today. So many explorers, so many heroes. What an honor. First of all, hello to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think the last time we were speaking, I was actually on board the ISS. It was an honor to speak to you then, and it is now as well. And of course to Charlie Duke, another astronaut from North Carolina like myself, moonwalker, an absolute hero. And I want you to know that we on the Artemis 2 crew and all of the Artemis team, we think about you and your crew every single day. All the other amazing folks aboard, so many heroes out there. I want to call out especially my former colleague, Scott Kelly, who's also a mentor. Thank you for connecting me to this amazing group of people. So it's so fitting that you all are exploring in Antarctica, because what an analog it is for spaceflight. I used to think about where I've been in my career in the Arctic, Antarctic, as an electrical engineer for NASA space science missions, and what the heck tied it all together? Well, it was exploration and science on the frontiers. There was something cool to me about learning things that you could only learn in some special place where you're at. And if you chose to not go there and not explore there, you would be choosing to not know certain things, to leave things unknown. And I love that I'm with a group today that hasn't made that choice, but you've chosen to explore those frontiers. And in so many ways, Antarctica is also an analog for what we're doing right now in the Artemis mission going back to the moon. Because the South Pole was first reached in 1911, but we didn't actually set up a permanent base. We didn't go back to stay and to learn everything that it had to tell us until about 50 years later. And that's pretty much the same timing between Apollo and Artemis. And I think it goes to show that we have this keen sense of curiosity that brings us to places unknown. And then later we return there when we have the resources, the know-how, the drive, the will to take everything that those places teach us and to bring it back, to bring those benefits back. And we're doing that with the moon now. And it's just such an exciting time. So what are those things that we learn in those places that we go? Well, of course, we learn about the moon, we learn about the deep space, we learn about Antarctica itself and the atmospheric processes, geologic processes. But the real reason we explore, to me, is to learn about ourselves. Because that's what we can learn about when we choose to leave our home. We can learn what's important to us and what we look like from somewhere else. We gain a perspective that you can only gain when you choose to reach out, to set out and to say goodbye to those comforts and to figure out what's out there. So when I was around 11 years old, I went to the Kennedy Space Center with my family on a family trip. And of course, the gift shop was my favorite place. I was completely mesmerized by everything I saw. I already was intrigued with being an astronaut, but I brought home posters and I put those posters up on the wall of my bedroom as a young person. And they ended up forming my dreams. There were maps of Antarctica from the National Geographic magazines, and there was a poster of the Earthrise. And that defined so much about what made me dream and dream big, that I've basically been super entranced by that photo ever since. And in fact, my crewmates, my Artemis 2 crewmates, know how much I love this photo that you all are celebrating on this mission. And they got me last year for Christmas a framed version of not only the photo, but the script of what the astronauts were saying when it was taken. So if you'll come along with me, I'm going to read you parts of this because it's just absolutely beautiful. It starts just with talking about something else, and then suddenly, Anders, oh my God, look at that picture over there. There's the Earth coming up. Wow, is that pretty? Hey, don't take that picture. It's not scheduled. Shutter click. Then they go back and forth and they're asking about color film. I'm looking for some. Give it to me quick, quick. Oh, I think we missed it. Oh, wait, I've got it right here in the hatch window. Let me get it out on this one. It's a lot clearer. Bill, I got it framed. It's really clear right here. Shutter click. You got it? Yep, take several of them. Here, give it to me. Wait a minute. Just let me get right sitting here now. Just calm down. Take it. Anders. Calm down, Lovell. My favorite line. Well, I got it right. That's a beautiful shot. I love recounting what it must have been like, not only when they saw this image, but when they knew what it would mean to the people of planet Earth to bring back. I also told my crewmate Reed that I'm definitely going to use this line on him of calm down, Wiseman. So he's ready for that. So the next time that I hope we take a picture like that, and I won't say it will ever be the same because it can't be, but it'll be with a very different camera than the old days. It'll be with something like this. And we're going to be probably fighting over window space. We won't be fighting over the film like back in Apollo 8, but we'll definitely all be glued to the window. And I'm also going to be glued to the faces of my crewmates when they're looking out the window. Because that's the real beauty of looking back at Earth. It's what it tells people. It's what it gives them. So hopefully this camera for the Artemis generation will be what we use to turn that mirror back on Earth once again, to show the next generation what it's like to see the Earth against the backdrop of space, to maybe get an inkling that everything we see around us isn't just an absolute. It's one of many possibilities because we just so happen to live on this planet in this universe. And like I said, it really just teaches us about ourselves, because when you look at a picture like this, there's certain emotions you just really can't feel. You can't feel jealousy. You can't feel ill will, but you can feel camaraderie. You can feel like you're one with the other people on that planet. And most of all, you might realize that we're all more alike than we are different. Thank you again for letting me be here with you today, and I hope you have a wonderful celebration of this amazing historical moment.